Very, very well. Very well. Very happy after yesterday. How are you?
Yeah, good, mate. What happened yesterday?
Good trading. Good trading.
Oh, that's what we like. Oh, come on, why is my camera
So,
not on now?
did you get in?
No, I didn't. I
Mm,
didn't.
well, I got in just after the news.
Ooh.
Or, like, second candle after the news.
Oh, the 5-minute one.
I got in on about a 4 hour.
Ah, really?
4 hour pullback. So it did its massive move
That's
up and down, and then I got 3 win backs on.
fantastic. Go on, Dad.
30, 2030, 2032 and 2034, and
Yeah.
it was absolutely perfect. It went no higher than 34.60 or something like that, and then went all the way down. I came out at 2017, so
Bloody hell, man.
it 2k.
Class that, man. Right, I just need to set this up. I don't know why. My bloody webcam's now not working. Nothing changes. This is the thing. I don't get it.
Is it like a standalone webcam as well?
Yeah. USB. Deactivate. Activate. There we go. We're on. Okay, guys, we are on. Right, I want to quickly do a top down because I believe we're breaking out. I've only briefly looked, but if we can get straight into a top down, we might have potential trades now. But welcome to the stream if you're watching on YouTube. Just to let you all know, Dan caught shitloads of pips yesterday.
400 pips.
What? That's what we like. Okay, right. Let's do this. Let's do this. Go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, so let me get this off. Got a big old shout at me. I tell you what, she actually said I can show a bit of the Dean today.
What?
Yeah. But not too much. Okay, so quick top down, guys. We know about the monthly. Again, you broke above. We broke above this 1992. Now, if anything, this monthly is going to come back down to tap 1992. However, we have already tapped 1992. Remember, right? But if this monthly is going to end up being bearish, it's either this one's going to come down to tap 1992 or the next monthly is going to come and tap 1992. Unless, obviously, we flip to the upside. Now, if we flip to the upside and we close bullish, we've got no targets. We don't know where we're going. If anything, it'll be the top of this wick because that's the last bit of range we've got because we're hitting all-time highs. So, it's a bit of a tricky one on the monthly. We're sort of not going off it at the moment, okay? Weekly, now we know the weekly struggle to break these highs, right? And remember what I said yesterday? This weekly has got no top wick. I do believe this weekly has to have a top wick. However, it's Friday today. So if you think about it, if this is going to create a top wick, does that mean we're going to close bullish on the weekly? And if we're going to close bullish on the weekly, how are we going to close? Are we going to close small bullish? Are we going to close testing this area again? Or are we going to close back above the range? And then this was the liquidity grab to push up. Yeah, we don't know. Or are we just going to pop up, create a top wick, little one, and then flip back to the downside and close bearish? Okay, we don't know. So we've just got to look on the smaller time frames to see what we can do and get in. Good morning, Krish. Okay, so the daily. Now the daily is an interesting one because we had a nest play on the daily, and then the next daily closed bearish, and then if you look at this daily, it closed bullish. However, didn't actually break out. It didn't close above the range. Now, what it's also done, it's broke the highs, broke these highs here. So, is this a liquidity grab to now push back down? Because remember, we haven't filled the range, okay? This is the range, as in the body of the candle ranges. So we should get a body of a candle to come down there, I would believe. Right? Now we have tapped it twice now. We tapped it here, and we tapped it here. So this could catch people out, because if price is going to push up, people would be expecting price to come down to that area. Now, the way this daily's opened up, yeah, what do you notice about this daily? It's got no bottom wick. So that's fantastic for us, because we would expect a bottom wick for this, even if it's just a little one. And now it doesn't have to have a huge bottom wick. Why? Well, because this has broke this low. So it's actually broke the lows. So now this is enough liquidity to come up. How far, we don't know. Okay, but it is enough liquidity to push up now. So if we do get a bottom wick, is it going to be just a little bottom wick and flip back to the upside? Or is this daily going to flip to come and fill the range like so? And are we going to end up like that tomorrow? Well, tonight. Yeah. So we're in an area which is not very nice for price, really, because price is deciding. It's in an area of indecision where it's either going to go up or obviously down, but power either way, whichever way it decides. So, but technically the daily now is still, it's the same as yesterday, we're still in this range. Therefore, where should price be coming? Well, price should be coming down to fill 2018. Okay, until we break back above that range, we're currently in that range. Now, where can these dailies pull back to? This is what we want to see. Where can these dailies, when we struggle to break back above, where can these dailies push to? So there is we can actually come back to 2047, but let's have a look on the lower time frame. That's not really telling me much there. Okay, so let's go down to 4 hour. Look at that. Remember what I said yesterday? I do believe if you want to break these highs, you have to come and break this. Can you remember that? Look what price has done. Broke that. So now price can easily close above them levels. So the 4 hour is bullish. Now we need to check if the 4 hour has broke out. We need to find the 4 hour range. I'll probably say that's a 4 hour range. Let me have a look. So if that's a 4 hour range, we technically haven't broke out of the range yet on the 4 hour. So if we can just get a close above there on the 4 hour, that would be nice to come up to 2050. But I want to see, do we need to break above there to catch buys up? Okay, so currently the 4 hour range now, we're back in this. These ranges are not very nice on the 4 hour. The 4 hours are just not clear, man. Maybe like that, wicks to the area. Wick to the area. It's still not the cleanest. I don't really like the 4 hour. Let me go down to the 1 hour. We know this is a 4 hour high, so we'll keep that on. We can go down to 1 hour. Look at this hour now. Oh, look, this is why I said we might have buys, because this hour broke above these. So that means it's definitely pushing to the next range. But we wouldn't have been able to get it because it's opened up, pushed up first. So this is quite a strong zone here, 2038 for the hour. sort of like that, yeah. Okay, so if we get an hour close above, we could just look to taking buys up to at least these levels at 2044. Okay. Yeah, if we close respecting, then I would probably think we need to come back down if we're going to drive here with there. So do we really need to pull back yet? I think we need to break the highs first and then pull back. So what we'll probably get here is a break, retest, and then if price wants to go. Because you've already broke all the lows, so this should be enough liquidity to now close above this. But the only issue we've got is it already made its move. It hasn't given us a chance to get in because the hour's opened up with no bottom wick. So I would expect a bottom wick on this hour unless we get 30 no bottom wick. I want to see when we get an hour close above there, or even a 30, what does price do? So it's exactly the same as what we normally do, guys. We found a zone. When we get a close above here on a certain time frame, what does price do then? So 30 close above pushes up to 2043. The 30s power through, that's the thing. 30 close above, gone. So see, when you get this, when you get where price pushes like 50% of the range, you can get in. But what you need to do, if price does this all the time, you need to go down at a time frame and look for when it's sort of starting around here, so you can get in a bit of a better entry. 30 above, up, 30 straight through, 30 fake out. So if we can get a 30 close above and a pullback to create a bottom wick for the previous 30, that would then create a bottom wick for the hour. We can get a buy stop on. 30 close above, pull back. Didn't quite make it. So this is the... Good morning, Rizal. We're going to be whatever the market shows us to be. So 30 pullback straight through. This would be perfect for us. Right, but also we get a pullback to 2032. So if we can have a look what this is. 2032, what does that look like on the hour? What does that look like on the 4? So the 4 is bullish. Here, yeah, we do get a pullback. Look at these pullbacks here, guys, right? So, I mean, this one came straight through, I suppose. But we've broke the lows now, so it's enough liquidity, but it's just whether we pop back down. So before this move happened, price came back down to tap 2032 and flipped. So that's on the 4 hour. So that means it would probably happen on the next 4 hour, not on this one, because there's only 2 hours left of this. Because this would happen in the first hour of the candle, more than likely. So, can we find a wing back zone for the hour, or is price struggling here with no top wicks? What about the 15? Let me see what the 15. No bottom. I don't like these. No. So what tends to happen when there's no bottom wicks on quite a few candles? No bottom wick. No bottom wick. I need price. If this hour I'd filled the range and closed respecting here, and this 15 opened up like this, yeah, and pushed up, we'd have a sell stop underneath coming back across 100%, right? But because the hour hasn't closed yet and this previous hour hasn't filled the range, that means this hour can close respecting, but also it can drive. So what you need confirmation of an hour closing respecting, and then if the 15 opens up and pushes up first, you can actually get a sell stop on the other side, because what technically should happen is the 15 should come down to create a bottom wick for the hour and for the previous 15. Yeah, so that's a way you can do it, but you can't do it yet until the hours close respected, because we're filling the range at the minute, because currently we're still in this range, right? But where are we at? This candle hasn't closed yet, right? So we've basically seen that. That's where we are now. We haven't filled the range. So I would expect another hour candle in here, like that. And this candle is either going to close respecting or break above. That's what's going to happen. I can't see it closing bearish because you're currently hovering. So it's going to close respecting, or it's going to break into the next zone. That then would give us the sort of direction, if you like. Now, if this hour closes like that, what does that then mean? That then means we've had a fake out, because there's another little zone here. I'll put this black. There's another zone here. That means you've had a close back in. So this whole move was a fake out. So quite a few things can happen on this hour, really, but we've just got to, once this hour closes, it's going to give us a lot more information. And this is where you've just got to be patient. I know it's boring, right? But trust me, if you want to be consistently profitable, you've got to be like this. Unless I can see price struggling, show me that it's struggling, because this got no bottom wick either. So I would expect us breaking the lows, but if we can get an hour closing respecting, because did the 4, we couldn't even take a wing back sell. If anything, it'll be a wing back buy, because we haven't filled the range. I think we need a bit more data, guys. Now, there was a potential buy on. There was a potential buy on, because this hour it broke above this range, these highs. So therefore, it should be pushing to at least 2039. So that would be your take partial move to break even, or the wick of this hourly candle. So you'd be risk free now, but your target would be the next range. Yeah, but the way this candle opened up, we couldn't get in, because we would need a pullback to tap previous support, which is 2036, and then buy stop above for the flip to the upside. But this candle has opened up, pushed up first, so there's nothing we can do. There's the Bobby. The Bobby's at the door. A 9-year-old or 10-year-old knocks like a copper. Morning, Martin. You alright? Yeah, sometimes I think it's you at the door. I'm just waiting for someone to shout, FBI, open up! Yeah. So it's whether this hour. What would be nicer here is if this hour closes respecting but doesn't give us a bottom wick. What then am I thinking then with the new hour? Well, I'm then thinking, well, if a 15 opens up and pops up first, we can get a sell stop underneath, because we've got more chance it'll come down to at least create a bottom wick for this hour. Because what tends to happen is all the candles with no top wicks or bottom wicks, if there hasn't been a big pushing candle prior to it or after it, then price will want to come back to that area. Price will want to come back to that area. So we've just got to wait. Look, no bottom wick, no bottom wick. Price comes back, creates a bottom wick for it, and then goes. Yeah. No bottom wick, just a small bottom wick. Price comes back down, creates bottom wick for it. All these, no bottom wick, no bottom wick. What does price do? Shoots through the floor. So the more with no bottom wicks, the more of a drop you'll get. But what we'll do is we'll check the 30 when the 30 closes. Let's see what news we had. CPI was a bit of a, I don't know, disappointment yesterday, wasn't it? Well,
we've got more news at 1:30, I think.
Have we not? I mean, not for you, Dan, but
not for me. Well, that was absolutely smashing for me.
Yeah, 1:30 PPI. Okay, that's another big impact move. It's 1:30 today again.
But we talked yesterday about a wing back from around about 38.
From 38, what, back up or down?
No, down yesterday.
Oh yeah, this one here. Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't. I marked it up on the charts, but didn't put it on.
Yeah, it's because news. So this wing back, we had a wing back from. I've got it here on the signals. So this is what we had marked up yesterday, right? And we knew it would play out, but news was coming, so I had to delete it in the trade IDs. So 38.2.
Would have been perfect.
Yeah, 38.2. So this 15 here. This 15 actually came up, but this was the 15 what closed for news. So it would have literally tapped it, right, and then bombed through the floor. So yeah, where's the stops? 2048. Oh, we would have been fine. 2048.92.
It went all the way down to I think 2015.
What was our target? Well, yeah, 20 TP2. Basically, our target was 2019-11. So 2019-11. Look at that! You would have just bombed through the floor. Bombed through the floor. I don't know what spreads went like. I don't think.
I'm not sure.
I don't think they were too big on mine, to be honest with you. No, I don't know. So I mean that was it, guys. But you know, if news is coming, it's just worth deleting. It's just worth deleting because I've tried it all. I've tried it all. The thing is though, if you trade on news, some people put buy stops and sell stops either side, but you do that, you might win once, or you might win, I don't know, 3 times in a row, right? But it'll be that one time where, you know, you've got a live account, or you're on a challenge, or you're doing really well, and then it won't play out. It'll catch you out. Yeah.
I got both of the stops.
Yeah, and it's who was it who said? Someone told me. It was So there's different types of profits. There's good profits and bad profits. Believe it or not, and trading news like this is bad profits. You might win, but over long term, you'll probably end up getting caught out.
Well, that's it. A win will give you the confidence that you're doing something right.
Yeah.
And then,
well, that's what Forex does. It sucks you in. Sucks you in. So you might try something new, and go, do you know what? I'll just go with strength. If strength's really strong, I'll just do that. And you might win the first few weeks, but then it loses for the next 2 months. Do you know what I mean? And then you're all over it. You're starting all over again.
But I got in on the hour, not the 4 hour.
Where did
and
you?
It was the hour pullback after that news.
So where was news here? So
Yeah.
news was in this candle, wasn't it? This is the one what pushed up, and then it started pulling back. So after news, did you just enter on the
Put
pullback?
on, yeah. So I
Ah,
put,
right.
so it was 30, 32, and 34.
What you got in
So
on?
that's on
30, 34. And
30,
then
32, and 34.
where did you bring it down to?
Put my was 2010. I put my
Target.
APs, but I ended up moving to the because I went to help my sister move something in her house.
Yeah.
And just left them on, and came back, and it was pulling back. So I moved my break even, take profit break even, to just above the pullback candle. It was already on its way back down, and then it reversed and came back up a little bit further and took us out at 2017.
2017. Bloody
Yeah.
hell. Okay, nice that, Dan.
So altogether, it was just shy of about 400 pips over 3 trades.
Nice, mate.
So,
Nice.
buzzing.
Yeah, really good, really good.
And wished it wasn't a demo account.
Yeah, no, but it's just all it is now is you just sort of it's seeing the same thing over and over again. That's all you're doing. Because all what happen, you might feel like you're not taking it in, but subconsciously you are. It's like driving a car. You don't even think about putting the clutch in now, do you? Oh, you don't drive, do you?
I don't.
Bit of a shit analogy for you there. But
will soon.
the concept is, if you do something over and over again for a period of time, your brain stops having to force itself to do it. It just automatically does it. Like breathing, you don't think about breathing, do you? It just happens. Yeah. And the thing with trading is, the more you see setups and the more you're on, you might not feel like you're taking it in, but really subconsciously you are taking it in, and you'll start to see the setups yourself. That's why I say the best way to learn to trade is watching live trading like this. You can do loads of courses, but until you're on live trading, and you're going through the emotions and seeing the setups day after day in the different scenarios, and then also seeing the cycles throughout the year, it's no better way to learn, really. But that's all you're doing, really, mate. Just keep plucking away.
Damn right. I was talking to someone last night about it, just saying, I've come on leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
Over the last month and a little bit since I started coming on these in the morning. So, it's given us exactly what I've needed.
Yeah.
To the point where I'm like, I should have been on it.
That's alright.
DNSs, but absolutely spot on. So thank you very much, Pete. It's all down to your hard work.
Down to you, really, because you was getting on. You was putting the effort in. I'm doing this anyway, if you think about it. I'm trading anyway. This is just me trading, guys. So even for the people watching on YouTube, like, I'm trading on the morning this time anyway. So when we come onto YouTube, I'm doing it anyway. So, and you can just help people as well. Do you know what it is? I do it because it's fucking lonely and boring. It's lonely and boring. It gets boring if you're doing it by yourself. I don't like trading by myself, mate. I like to be on TNS or sometimes me and Vic will jump on some charts together.
Yeah. It's a good thing. Like you say, it's the companionship that we all look for. Like I say, having the group is amazing. Because we'll have that banter. Everybody has a good laugh, and we can trade ideas and stuff like that. So, just having someone you can bounce ideas off and can see certain things differently from what you can.
Yeah.
Goes a long, long way.
Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah. It
I
will
love you,
be.
Pete.
Yeah, I love you. It starts sobbing in there. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it, man. It'll just take. It does take time, but you got to think about the skill as well, right? You imagine when you're there, right, and you are starting to be consistently profitable. You look back and you think, do you know what? I would rather it take time, and I would rather it be hard. You don't want it easy.
Yeah.
You don't want it easy because there are a lot of people come in this industry with a betting mindset, and they're like, I'll just make a quick buck, and it sort of disrespects it a bit. You've got to sort of treat it with the respect it deserves. Now, people say it's gambling, right? Now, technically, it is classed as gambling because you don't know what's going to happen, and you are guessing whether it's going to go up or down. However, there is a skill to it, being able to read charts. So there is definitely a skill needed for trading, right? Because if you think about it, anybody can place a trade. Anybody can open MT4, open a TradingView, and place a trade, and they can call themselves a trader. And that's what we're seeing on social media now. Loads of people just putting a box on TradingView and going, "Oh, look what I've got today, 6 to 1. Come and join my education, mate. Um, pay me so much money, and then go from there." But it is a tough trade to learn because it does take time. It's sort of, you have to go through all the tick boxes. I always use this analogy. Trading is like you go from here no experience to here consistently profitable, which is the outcome. Long term consistently profitable. But from here to here, you've got loads of tick boxes, and each tick box represents a hurdle. So it could be mistakes, it could be just challenges, what you're trying to overcome, discipline, FOMO, things like that. But you cannot get to that end product unless you tick all them boxes. So if you think about it like that, every time you make a mistake or you have that, because one of them boxes is doubt, where you start thinking, do you know what, I can't do this, this is hard. That's one of them boxes. It's one of them boxes. So you've got to think, oh no, it's just one of them boxes, I need to tick. Okay, let's get over this little down patch where I feel like I can't do it, I'm not worthy. Let's tick that box, we move on. Do you know what I mean? You've got all that you have to go through. You will blow challenges. You will blow a live account. Yeah. You've got to tick all these boxes in order to get there. So it just makes if you think about it like that, it makes the journey a lot easier, because when you are struggling and you're having down days and you've took, I don't know, 5 losses in a row, and you start thinking, do you know what, this is not for me. That's one of the boxes you need to tick in order to get closer.
It also makes reaching the goal that much, better.
Because it's
At
harder.
that point, the feeling, because you know what you've gone through
Yeah.
to get to this point. When you succeed, you know that you haven't had an easy ride through it. You've put the hard work in.
Yeah.
So,
You're right. Absolutely right. I just want to make you aware, guys, on this, we might get a big pop-up here. Because looking at the hours, our previous data, we haven't had a bottom wick. That's the only thing how I sort of struggle getting in. But if you look at the hours, they all seem to pop up at least 50% of this range. Look, pop, pop, pop up. This one didn't, but there's still big pushing candles in there. Pop. So no FOMO if the hour does pop up through that range, because it really can do. And we might not get much of a pullback either. This is what we want. We want an hour closing, pullback test previous support without tapping 2042, and we can get a buy stop on the other side. Or what I would really prefer is the hour closing respecting. That's what I really would prefer. Hour closing respected, we can sell back down because this hour's got no bottom wick. So as you think if we get an hour close above and we take a buy stop, in my head I'm always thinking, well, price needs to come back down for this bottom wick. Is it going to come down first or is it going to come down after? Hopefully after, so we can get up to our target. But it's going to come down to create a bottom wick at some point. So it's less likely that it's going to drive. That's why if we do get that close, I would like a pullback to this bottom wick area, and then we'll get a buy stop on. But really, I'd really want price to close respecting so we can come back down. That'd suit me miles better.
The daily doesn't have much of a bottom wick either.
Well, that's it. So you remember what we said on the top down. The daily is still. I'm gonna do this thick so you can see it. Okay, so the day. Look at the dailies. So the first daily broke out, yeah, and then this daily's closed nest play. So it struggled to break back into the range. Okay, and then the next daily came up, tested the highs, didn't break the high and flipped bearish. Okay, and then the next daily has messed things up. Why has it messed things up? Because of news. News will push price. News will push price just where it wants to go, depending on the numbers what come out. Okay. However, if we didn't have news, then I would probably bet that this daily would have went top wick and then closed either respecting or broke to the low, like so. But because of news just sort of messed it up a bit now. Now it's a case of this daily still didn't break above this, so we are still respecting this area. Now what else helps us that price is probably likely to come back down is because the daily's still got no bottom wick. Right, so is the daily going to come down, create a bottom wick or not? Now here's the thing though, why do you think that really it doesn't have to create a bottom wick? Why do you think it doesn't have to create a bottom wick? It can carry on pushing up if it wants to. It doesn't have to. Reason being is, how many lows did this break? So this broke this low, and even these lows. And bear in mind these are daily candles, yeah. So what that means is that is quite a big liquidity grab. You would have grabbed a lot of liquidity from this area. So if it's grabbed quite a lot of liquidity, that means it could push up quite a lot. So how far is this daily going to push? That's the question. We don't know. But we know it can push. But that means it might not come back for a bottom wick. Okay, but the thing with trading, we have to act upon what we see. And what do we see? This daily's got no bottom wick, and we're currently still in this range. Therefore, where should we be coming? Technically, we should be coming back down. But until this daily closes above, we're currently in this range. Okay. Now, when it closes tonight, I'll be looking where this daily closes, and if it closes above, then obviously we're into the next range, and we go from there. But I really want price to start coming back down. I want that monthly to close back below. That's what I'm after, really. Oh, is that the hour? Oh, that's a 30. So if you look at the 30, 30 didn't break out. Close respecting. This is why it's key for this hour to close, because we can just mess about here. We can just mess about. Are we going to come back down to tap 2032? Sometimes, when you're doing a top down, you're trading, sometimes you look at the chart and you think, right, I've got nothing here really. I've got nothing until price starts printing more candles. You've just got to wait for price to print more candles, and then you'll start seeing things setting up. But when there's now going on, you've just got to either wait or you just come off the chart and go, nah, that's not me. But the way you work out whether it's not you or not is, how do you want to trade? What time of the day do you want to trade? How do you want to fit trading into your life? Yeah, what's your perfect scenario in trading? Mine is, I like to get on the charts early. I like to be done for 11, half 11, 12 o'clock max. So then I can take the missus to the beach, bite to eat. I've got the rest of the day before the kids come back from school. Yeah, so that's what I like to do. So I just focused on them sessions. I just gone every day and just started focusing on how them sessions move. Nice latte in the morning first though. We don't use a latte machine anymore. What we do is Emma buys the the barista milk things.
Yeah.
What you get for coffee shops, the cartons. She buys the milk cartons, heats it up in a pan, whisks it up to get the froth. Unreal. Nice. Really nice. It takes about 15 minutes to make a bloody brew though.
I used to just stick half a cup of milk in the microwave.
Yeah, no, we don't. Yeah, I used to do that. Yeah.
And whisk it up, but I don't drink milk anymore. So.
The winged chicken result. What's the hell a winged chicken? We still can't see the winged chickens there. What wing? You're on about the wing back? A wing back, yeah. We're not chicken. We're crows. Basically, we're crows. That's what we are. We're crows. Are you going to try and make the summer do, Dan?
I'll certainly try.
If you've got some work on and that.
Yeah, I'm looking for a new job for the minute, unless.
Can you not get your driving license?
Since leaving my job in September last year, I've passed my theory test. Yeah. And I was trying to book like an intensive course so I can get it done in like a week or two.
A crash course,
but everywhere's fully booked up here, and I think it's all the backlog from COVID, so there was no like test centres available until like January this year. But everywhere was fully booked. I couldn't even get lessons. Because
if you can get your license, I might be able to get you somewhere if you need somewhere.
But I mean, I've been gifted a few bits of machinery, chainsaws and hedge cutters and things like that. So moving into doing like grounds maintenance stuff, gardening and things like that, I can do odd jobs here and there. So I've been fixing up old chainsaws and things. So I'm actually gonna look at sort of selling a few of those.
Yeah.
Just to get some extra money in and things like that. But possibly if I can get a part-time job or just continue with gardening, because I know someone who's got like 2 acres of land and stuff like that. He's got zingy and things like that.
Drop me your number on the. Send us a DM on Discord. Drop me your phone number. I might have some stuff here. What is this 50? Look, guys. Look, this is why we can't take the hour. We couldn't take. Look what the hour's done now. Flip back to the downside now. We're going into the last 15 minutes of the hour now. What is this hour gonna do? It needs to either close respecting like this, or breaking out, or it needs to come and close respecting the previous range. Bear in mind there's a previous range here. Yeah. Let's put these lines in. Respecting here, or break back in for a fake out. What we don't want is a doji. We don't want a doji because we're then hovering in the middle of this range. If we get a doji, that means the next candle then needs to come and fill it in. Something needs to fill the range at least with the body of the candle, not just the wicks. So is this just the 15 popping back down. Ooh, no bottom wick. Push down first.
Hitting the bottom wick for the hour.
Yeah, but is this hour going to create a steep bottom wick, or is it just going to mess about and flip back bullish? Because it has broke out and it hasn't filled the range yet. So the only way price can reverse from here is if it creates its own range. So if you get a doji candle and price comes, that means you've created a new range. And there, over fake outs and that creating new ranges is the things what kill us. Because we can't preempt them, really. And it really throws things off, throws zones off. Because it's creating a new range, and then now you've got to take this into consideration. Well, I say killers on this one, fake outs on the worst, but it just means you've got to take this into consideration as well. You just want to sort of break above this now before you can fill the range, but then the next range is small, so now you need 2 breaks instead of 1. So I think we've got to, the key on this really, I know it's waiting, it's probably the 4 hour though, the 4 hour. The 4 hour is probably the best one. You did get a breakout on the 4 hour, it's. I'm sure we'd done this yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah. So you did get a breakout on the 4 hour, and then you got a nice pullback as well. So you could have just had stops above that coming up to fill the range. So that would have played out, but it was too early. 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning that closed. So it's too early for me. But I mean, that was a nice trade there. So is this 4 we're going to come and fill the range, close respecting, or break above? If we want buys, then we want to break and above. If we want sells, we want it to close respecting. Then we can potentially look for wing back sells up here to come back down to flip, and hopefully that's the start of the move for the daily to come and do a bottom wick. But time will tell. Time will tell. Guys, if you're watching on YouTube and you like what you see and you've learned something this morning, drop us a like, subscribe to the channel, and be much appreciated. It's always good for algos, isn't it? We're a new channel, trying to grow. We are 20 trades for 1 loss, 1 break even. The loss was like 0.2% or something, 2.5%, something like that. It wasn't even a full loss. So we're doing pretty good on stream, to be honest, so far. You just need to remind me though to do the logbook because I have my own logbook, which I do, and then I've got to do the stream logbook, and then I've got to do the signals spreadsheet to record the pips, and I need a little assistant, don't I? Need a little assistant.
Is that a paid job, Pete?
Is that a... Oh mate, you've got to have long blonde hair in order to get it. That's one of the long blonde hair.
I've got long hair. I can certainly dye my hair.
Oh, you do? Haven't you got blonde hair as well?
It's light brown.
Light brown. Oh, we'll get away with that. We'll put some highlights in. Short skirts only though. Short
You
skirts
could
only.
be mistaken if you saw us from behind, Pete.
Oh really? You got a nice figure.
I do. Robust.
So 9 minutes for an hour close. How is this hour closing? So if this 30 closes like this, what does that mean then? That means the hour is closing. Oh, we're there. I didn't see this. What's this here? What is this here? What is... Oh, what? How have I missed this here? So we're there. So where did we close on the hour? Fucking hell. Okay, my bad, guys. So the hour is actually close respecting. Right? So how did I miss that? Okay, so do you know what a fucking donut. I know, that was 2 hours, wasn't it? That's why. There is an hour range here. And we've closed respect and we've came up, created top wick. So we can actually bomb it through the floor now. However, if we can get this candle closing doji, that means we've had 2 attempts to breaking out of this. So if we can get this candle closing doji, and the new hour pushes up first, with no bottom wick, we can probably just look for a sell stop below it. However, I'm just a bit cautious with the 4, because the 4 did break out. And that means the 4 can actually come. Where can the 4 come? Oh, are we like that on the 4? I don't like the 4 ranges. The 4 ranges are not clear at all. Because it's in an area. If you look at the 4, if you look at this here, this area is awful on a 4. Because look at how many times price sort of reverses or pushes. There. There, 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 there. Okay, and then obviously you've got wicks to the area here. So this little area is not nice on a 4. You either want to break above or break below. But we did get a break into that area. So therefore this 4 should be filling the range. But it's whether we are going to close respecting or... I think this 4 is going to close in around this area. So if the 4 is going to close in around this area, what does that mean for the hour? That means the hour's close respecting. So this hour should mess about round here really. If we get an hour close above there, what happens to price? Okay, we had a fake out here. I want to see what this is. What is this? What a fake out. If we close respecting, didn't quite get up there. Break, pull back, gone. Break, pull back. Where do we pull back to? Down to 2032. Another fake out. I don't like these fake outs so. Close respecting. Close in, pull back. We do. This is quite a strong zone. This 2032. Break, pull back, gone. I need a pullback though. This is the thing. I'm just wary with the buy stop because I do feel like I need a pullback. Because has that hour had a bottom wick yet? It has, hasn't it? Oh no, the hours have, yeah. So, if it's going to be how this hour closes. If this hour closes back above here, what does that mean? What does that mean? If the hour closes above that, this is where it can pop up, isn't it? This is that range where price can really pop. But look what happens. Before this pop up, you come back down to tap 2032, but we've come from them levels. So are we going to come back to that level when we don't really need to because we've come from them levels? So we came from sort of from these levels. So are we just going to power up now all the way to 2046 and then start pulling back? I think we can do. 4B. See, you couldn't have stops underneath the 4. 3 in 1 hour. 2. If I can just get a pullback to bloody 2032, I'd prefer that really. But we might not get it. We might just come straight through. This is the thing. Okay, 2 minutes for a closure. Well, how is this going to close here? How are you going to close? If we close like this, what is this? What's this area? We tend to tap this, which we haven't tapped, for a wing back. Oh, we tap this. We can't take a wing back though unless this. The only way we can take a wing back sell is if the forward closes respecting, and it hasn't closed yet. So we can't take a wing back sell. So the wing back sellers are not on. If anything, a wing back buy, but you're not going to get that pullback until at least this 4 hour has closed. The only way you're going to get that pullback for a wing back buy is if the forward closed and the new forward opened up. So if anything, you're gonna drive. Yes, mate, we're trading gold. Gold. And see my little watermark in the background? Yeah, because my camera covers the bloody pairs, isn't it? Yeah, Vic made us aware the other day. Let's see how this hour closes. I'm a bit cautious taking a buy stop. That's all. Because we haven't had much of a pullback, but do we need a pullback? Do we need a pullback? Are we going to carry on driving? Which we know the hour can drive through. That's on. It does look like you need to come and tap 2042 though. If we get a pullback on the hour, then yes, we can probably look for a buy stop. Stops would need to be below here, I believe. Yeah, stops would have to be below here. Coming back up. What's this here? 30 pips. Would be 30 pips to there. This would be take partial move to break even. Target though. Target. Okay. Have we had that hour close? That's a 2 hour. Sorry. Oh, right. What's that like? Has that broke? Fucking hell. Has it broke? That's tough. Tough, that, guys. Because if it hasn't broke, we could get something like this. All the way back down. So, if anything now, I need a pullback to at least breaking the laws, really, because I need to rule out if this is broke out or not. This is a tough. It wasn't a clear break. I mean, you could argue and say, yeah, we've broke out there, but remember this range. If you average it, say, like that, Did it break out? Did it break out? It's very tricky. It could just drive here now, because remember the hours can drive, remember, but I need a pullback, me guys. I can't get that. I can't take that. I'd need a pullback to at least 2037 for me to get a buy stop on. Now, what we don't want is, we don't want price pushing up first, as it is now really. We want it to pull back first and then flip to the upside, because this could be the drive now. How did the 30 close? See, the 30, did the 30 break out? It looks like it did. What did it? Did it? Really? I would say that's a 30 range there. And we didn't. Does that mean we're going to come back down? Very tricky. It's not clear. If it was really clear that the hour didn't break out and price had pushed up like this, we could be looking at sells to come back down, because you know you're going to get a pullback. If we can get a 15-minute doji candle and then price pushes up with no bottom wick, we'll look to get a sell stop on, come back down. But that's only if we get a doji, because the doji here would confirm that it didn't break out, price needs to come back. But if the 15 closes in, then that's probably the move to push up. Or is it? Because we had a breakout here, we'd need a break above that. Tricky at the moment, guys. Tricky, 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 tricky. Look, we're flipping back. Look, this is the thing here. Who entered here? Somebody would have entered here. Somebody would have got in on this. This is what you've got to be careful of. Like, it's not the clearest. You've got to go sort of best case as well. What is our best case? Well, really, we'd want this clearing here. Best case is breaking above that. That would be a clear break above that then. At the minute, this is not the clearest. So we need to see what price is going to do. This is where it's a bit tricky. The best case for us today is a 4 hour. Waiting for the 4, but I know it's another hour. But that's going to tell us what's going on, whether you're going to break out above this or close and respecting. And either one, if you break above, that means the daily is going to carry on pushing to create higher highs. But if it close respecting, would this then be the initiation for the daily to come down to create a bottom wick? It's all going to happen here off this 4 hour. Or if we get a fake out back to the downside and we fake back into this range, that would do us as well. But to get that, we'd need one big hourly candle to drop. So unfortunately, guys, we just got to wait here. If I see something on a smaller time frame though, then yeah, it might be a case of a fast one. So stand by, just stand by, stay switched on, because sometimes I can just come out with, right, I'm selling here, right, I'm buying here. Now, if this 15 closes bearish like that, what would that be telling us? Would that be telling us that price is struggling to break the highs now? And it's telling us that potentially that hour closed respecting, so the next hour is going to close bearish, right? Because otherwise, if this 15 doesn't drive and close bullish, why is it not done that? Well, that's saying that this is not enough liquidity to push up. So therefore, what does price have to do if it wants to push up? It's got to break this. Therefore, it's going to come down. So can we not just sell it down? Do you know what I mean? It's all things like this what you've got to think about. And you'll just see, it'll just hit you and you'll be like, well, price is definitely going to come there. It's going to come there. So then you could just look to sell. But we'll see how this 15 closes. If the 15-minute closes above, again, this is a bit tricky because you close above here and you fake straight back out and you come straight back in. So are you going to get this, or The reason this has done this is that because we've already tapped up in these levels where we haven't tapped in them levels yet. So do we need to tap them levels to then come back down? If so, can we not just take a wing back, sell from here? Well, yes, if price has shown us that we're struggling to break these highs. So if I get a bearish candle on the 15, yeah, and let's say this 15 closes doji, and I get a new 15, maybe, I don't know, like that, and then if I get 115, push up, break all the highs, and then flip to the downside, and that'll be the initiation of the move. That'll start the move. But it's just whether we get that. You've got to see price struggling first, and at the minute we haven't seen it yet because this is closed bullish. Yes, it hasn't broke out yet, but still bullish. Therefore this one more likely is going to close bullish. Is it going to close out of the range? Because the 30 is a tricky one as well. You don't know if the 30s broke out either. 15 is probably going to be the start of it. Ooh. But the screen is not clear. Can you not see the gold in the background? XAUUSD on YouTube.
Very faint.
Can you? Can you make out it's gold though? But still, Farhan, if you look at the description on YouTube, live Forex day trading, yeah, and it's got gold. Oh, wait there. Oh, what have I done now?
Also, top left of your screen shows gold US dollar as well.
Yeah, but they're on YouTube, so my camera's in the way.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, so on the description on YouTube, it's got brackets XAUUSD. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Strategically open your watch list every now and again.
Yeah.
Because it's highlighted on gold.
Look at this 15. What is a 15 gonna do? Now, are we gonna tap? If this 15 closes like this, and we pull back, it might be a case of a market execution from on the pullback. So five-minute bullish close. If this doesn't break the highs, it's a 5 driving now. Ooh, how is this 15 gonna close here? No top wick, that doesn't bloody help, does it? Doesn't help. Does that mean the 15 is then gonna pull back, close doji? Oh, do you know what? If I 100% knew that close respecting that hour, because this 5 here, this, when it price does this, to sign that this 5 is probably going to flip back to the downside, because you haven't got a top wick and you haven't got a bottom wick. So is this going to flip? Therefore, is that going to push the 15 back doji? Let's see. We don't know. But if the 15 does break above, that means we're probably going to get that pullback we're after. And if we come and tap 2038 for a pullback, which we should do because the 5 here, this area, has got no top or bottom wicks. So is that enough to pull back to where we want to be? We get a buy stop on. Oh, are you going to fill the range? Because remember, we can power through. We just haven't had a chance to get in. If it does go. Don't have any FOMO, guys. No, I'm not buying, man. by all means, if this is your setup and your trade, take it. But this is not mine. Not mine at the moment. I want to see how this 15 closes. Because you got to look at these 15 as well. These are a little area, 2040, where you can reject from and come back down to 2037. Did that come back up? Oh, I took it from the bottom. Yeah, look. Got a fake out here. What's this? Got to break at least above that. Is that 15 closed yet? Not yet. 2 minutes for 15 close, yeah. 15 close. Pull back and then you come. You can get fake outs all over here. I need a pullback really, guys, to get a buy stop on. I need a pullback, definitely. Or even... yeah, it'd be tough taking a wing back as well, to be honest with you. Actually come to there, don't you? Closing 1 minute. If we can get a pullback, what's that? That's 12, 25 pips. I think where stops would need to be though. If we get a 15 close like this and I get a pullback to tap what needed to tap 2038. Look at the 5. Look at the 5. Look. Remember I said about that 5? No top wick. No bottom wick. Is this 5 going to flip to the downside? Is this 5 going to break out? Because if we do push again, what is this range though? Might not be enough for us. It's not ideal, guys. Not ideal. Ooh, that was a big pump back down, wasn't it? 15 close in 8 seconds. If we don't, it's got to break above this 2039. Oh, it's not even 2039, it's slightly higher. Whoa, guys. It's here's the thing. Price can carry on going up, but if it keeps closing respecting ranges and then the next candle pushes to the next range and closes respecting, I can't get in. I need that clear break of the area but without filling the range. What does this mean then? There's a minor support here, right, where a lot of fake outs happen at 2039. So are we going to get a fake out back in? Or are we going to push to fill the range? But if we come and fill the range at 2041, are we going to get a pop-up pull back? Can we not just take a wing back sell from here? I need that hour close for a wing back sell, 43 minutes. Or at least, sorry, the forward close for a wing back. Okay, this is not on, isn't it? Now we can do it in a minute, guys. We've just got to wait. The 4 hour would be the one, really. Oh, we've got episode 8 of the Relentless Trade Lounge. So if you're into podcasts and things like that, go on to the link tree in the descriptions on YouTube. Our podcast's on there. I've looked at these 8. There's been 8 episodes created so far, just talking about trading. All different subjects in trading. So I'll have to listen to that today. If you're on YouTube, guys, drop us a like, subscribe to the channel. We trade from 8 o'clock UK time, so we trade London session. We trade up until about 11:30, 12 o'clock max, really. Most weekdays. So if I've got something on, obviously I won't be on. But if you jump into our Discord, it's free. I'll notify you when I'm not on in the public chat, so you'll always be able to. So you're not sat here waiting. You'll always know if I'm on or not. Conflicts, yeah, it can. So when there's conflicts around the world, it can affect price, which is a bit of a nightmare. But excuse me, that's sort of what's happening now, really, with gold being so high. Like the dollar's been struggling, and gold's obviously the value in gold is shooting up. That's why we're getting all-time highs all the time. So when these stuff, what happens around the world, it does affect price. And then obviously you've got like the likes of your PBI, CBI, and you know, you sort of regular news, what happens also impacts price. I was a bit I don't know, I say disappointed with CPI, but because what it normally does, you shoot down in normally a couple of candles straight down, but this sort of messed about around 2030 levels, messed about and then dropped. So it'll be interesting to see how this 15 closes now, because is this a fake out? Is this a fake out? And if this is a fake out, we'll probably get something like that with this 15. And if we get that, are we then going to get something like this with the next 15 coming straight back into the range? But if we get this fake out back in here, guys, that means this wing back sell will be on. It might even be close. It might just be breaking the highs, but it'd probably be on for me. Because look, this always tapped before the move. at the moment, we've got to wait. We've got to wait.
Speaking of waiting, have you seen the news this morning, Pete?
No.
Newcastle.
No? What's happened?
73 million lost for last season, mate.
Really? I
Yeah.
did. I was watching. I did watch a recording about how good they were doing. There was like a 40% growth.
Yeah. But yeah, they're saying they've got 73 million loss for the last season.
It makes sense though, because that's going to take into consideration everything they've put in it, won't it?
That's from the BBC, not Facebook, though, mate. So.
Oh,
That's definitely not proof. That's
that is.
BBC. I can't believe you've even said it.
Yeah, I know. I thought you said news, Martin.
Gossip.
Yeah.
My mate's uncle's dad's once went to Newcastle, so he said it's true, mate. So I'm happy with that.
Yeah. I watched. I went there because I'm on all the pages. You can say it's fine.
Set of accounts just show that Newcastle United have now hit a wall that many people expected them to.
Oh yeah.
From the day the takeover actually happened, I think really.
There is talk of us not actually signing anybody in January. How true that is, I don't know. But I do follow a couple of guys on Facebook, and they do only sort of report what is actually going on. Where was that video? I'm sure I seen a 40% growth, but I don't know. Is that turnover? Is that profit? What do you know what I mean? You sort of.
Darren Eales has said that your latest account showed that your total revenue at 250 million.
Yeah.
I mean, when you think City's at 710 and Spuds are at 440, it's low, isn't it, really? But you're only just starting on this journey, so that'll start increasing because you've got people who will start having your I don't know, your shirt sponsors for your training kit, sponsors for your grass, sponsors for your teeth, knives and forks, all that sort of thing. And that'll start feeding in, and then suddenly you'll be getting more and more income.
Yeah.
Starting from low base, aren't you?
They're probably spending more on than at the moment.
Yeah. It's certainly doable, isn't it?
Yeah, it just takes time, man. We're in a better position. I mean, yes, Mike Ashley was a waste of space. However, he did clear all the debt, and he did do okay on the business side. However, growth, it was just no growth at all. It was just really bad. So you can't get any worse than that, mate. Really.
No, but that actually, this is your bottom, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, we've been at our bottom.
With the new owners, your bottom, obviously. Your bottom similar to City's, isn't it? But you are going to be getting up there. That's the important bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
People know what they're doing to get you up there.
I need to watch that video where it said it's unlikely we'll sign anyone because we're desperate.
Yeah, that's what it's saying, that you might have to sell.
Yeah. Look, there's 15 now, guys. Are we going to get a fake out? See what I mean? This is why you've got to just wait. Are we going to get a fake out? Is this going to be a fake out to the downside of the 15? Interesting. I just can't. I'm so happy my son is sort of young enough to see going to be able to see probably the best years Newcastle's ever had. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I mean, when 2008, my kids were born in 2005, 6 and 8.
Yeah.
Taking them up to City, some of them hadn't seen the City lose.
Yeah.
And seen 5-0. I mean, I remember that Stuart Pearce season. We didn't score a goal at home in the second half of the season.
Yeah.
It was absolutely crap.
I imagine.
I had a season ticket at that point. Woo, lucky me. It was
It must have been hard being a City fan back then because you got United.
Yeah, I mean, but they'd always won, even when they were bobbing. They'd always won cups and stuff.
Yeah.
And our last success was what, 74 against some team from the northeast, and Dennis Stewart did something special. But that's, you know, barely remember that.
Yeah.
But that was our last success. Rubbish.
Yeah.
So they were just unattainable. So you didn't bother really as a City fan. They'd always take the nick, but you just go, yeah, whatever. I used to watch him. Well, I watched Liverpool in the 80s and 90s, and I watched United in the noughties. So it's me. It's like because they were played the best football.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like that. Like I like watching good football, so I'll watch any team, as long as they're playing good football.
Yeah, I don't mind admitting that to anybody. It's we played crap. I watched us. Don't get me wrong. I watched us live, and we were absolute pants.
Yeah.
But you know, watching on the telly and things like that, you've got a chance to watch some decent football. You always do think to yourself, "Wow, this is good. I wonder if we could ever get to this." No, we can't. But you know, you get there gradually. Well, we have got there gradually. Thankfully.
You have.
Definitely down to our new owners.
You've had good fun, haven't you?
Oh God, yeah. I mean, the thing is though, now we're attracting the fans who think that we're entitled to win everything.
Yeah.
And we're not. You know, there's a lot of good clubs out there, a lot of good teams.
In a way, if you're a football fan overall, you don't want the same team winning every season. Like, even if I was a City fan, and you might disagree, but, and it's hard to say this, but if I was a City fan, like, you want some competition. You don't want to be winning the league every season. How many seasons in a row would this be if you win the season?
Just the 5.
Just the 5. Just the 5.
Just 5.
Yeah. So.
Like I get what you're saying. Like obviously you don't want to see your team losing anything.
No, I don't. Still.
So you're gonna want your team winning every game, every competition that you're gonna be possibly in. So, but yes, you want to see good football. You want to see competition. You want to see good 90-minute games. But
yeah, definitely. But I also don't want. I'm quite happy with competition. Liverpool coming second to us.
Yeah.
Behind. I'm always happy with.
Yeah.
It's sad, and I actually feel sorry for them, but I don't. Because they've had their time in this up, and this is our time.
No, it's our time. Sorry, I'll correct that.
I tell you what though, Martin, one of the best seasons ever is when Aguero scored that last goal. Because I was in where was I at? I was in Cyprus. Oh no, Top Wick, are you winding me up? Okay, I was in Cyprus. Oh wait there. Stand by, guys. Wait there. If we get a pullback, even no Top Wick, we'll probably look to mark execute. Because you're probably gonna have to, if we can get a pullback to 2039. Because you're going to have to break the highs anyway to come back down. Come on, get down there. We'll be looking to get in at 2039 if we don't get a top wick. Because even if price wants to come down, even if it closes like that, you're still going to have to come back up, break the highs to come down anyway. Okay, so lock it in. That's if we don't flip. So where would we be? Short, stand by. This is just going to be... Oh shit, that's the wrong one. Okay guys, I am in for a buy on this. I'm in for a buy. Now, we're going to be a bit aggressive. When this candle flips, I'm not going to take partial, but I'm going to go to break even. Okay. stops here. I haven't got stops, have I? Stops would be, where would stops need to be? Yeah, stops would just be below 2032. 2032. Because even if price wants to push down, it's gotta then break the highs. Okay, so we should be in profit now. If he's got in where I got in about there. It might not happen with this candle, but this 5 can flip. You've got no top wick on both the 5, so as soon as the 5 flips, we're gonna go risk free. Okay, can we flip? Can we flip? Come on, come on. Okay, I'm now risk free on this. Ah, spread's put me in. Bloody, oh yeah, I'm out here, guys. Why spread put me in there? Guys, I'm out on this. Spread's put me in there. Why bad spread on this? Okay, if he's still in, go risk free. Okay, this should flip and drive if it can, but even if it doesn't close as bearish, you might get stopped out here. You're probably going to have to come and break the highs anyway, so I'm out on this anyway. Is anybody still in? Just, okay. I did call it down here, didn't I? But spread put me in right up here when I looked at my MT4. That was dreadful. Okay, see if you can survive this. I don't want to get a buy stop on. Why do you think I don't want to buy stop on? The reason being is we've got no top wick on this previous 15. Therefore, this might close bearish, and then is that the start to come back up? If we make a steeper bottom wick, I might look to get back in again. If we make a steeper bottom wick, guys, I'll probably look to get back in again, because you still got to break these highs if you want to come down. You still in, Dan?
Yes.
Bit of an aggressive trade, this, guys, right? Bit of an aggressive one. Stop loss made is down in 2032. 2032 level. 2032, yeah. Okay. Ooh. Can we just break the lows one more time? Can we? If we can extend this wick again, I'll look to get in again. But I'm actually out on this. I got stopped.
Oh man, I'm out now.
Yeah, okay.
£1.10. Perfect trade.
It was an aggressive one. We've got no bottom wick here. Ooh. Let me have a look at this. What we're on? 10 minutes. Still 10 minutes. This 15. This 15 should still flip. Come on. Create a steeper bottom wick. Okay, guys. I'm in again on this. I am in now. Where's spread put me? This spread is terrible. Why is spread terrible? Okay, as soon as we create a top wick for here, this will be risk free. Now, if you don't like the trade, it is more of an aggressive trade, right? Because we're saying we need to come up to 2041. However, we know price sort of needs a pullback as well, and we're basically saying that we need a top wick to be created for these in order to drive down. So is the 15 going to close back into the range, but then the new 15 should come up, create a top wick anyway before driving down? Okay, so that's what we're saying. Now the sign to get out is probably probably a 30 back in, really. Or we might be a bit aggressive with stops. We'll see. Here we go. Is this the flip back up now? Again, you're going to have to be aggressive with this stop, guys. So if you did re-enter, make sure... Can the 5s flip to the upside? No bottom wick on this 5. That's nice. That's nice. Nice 5 close break in this. We should pop back up. because the 5 hasn't broke back in yet. And if price wants to push down, I would imagine something has to come back to here. So even if price wants to push down, you're going to get one pop up with a candle, whether it's the new 15 or the 15 after. One candle should pop up and then come down like that, and you'll be left with a wick. So that's why I'm saying we have to be aggressive with this. It's not the cleanest of trades, but if you're more aggressive, then if you're taking trades like this, you've got to be more aggressive with the stops, I mean. Can we get back up there? Might happen on the next 15 though. Let's see. We just need this 15 to flip. Because if this 15 can flip and drive, remember you can get loads of fake outs in these areas on the 15s. Look, you can come straight back into the zone and all the way back down to 2030 and then come through. So we could get something like that. But really the 15 should be pushing through to 2041. Price tends to push straight through to 2041. Or are we going to mess about? Are we going to mess about beforehand? We will see. We will see. See, when price has been heavily bullish like this, I don't like it. I don't like taking like buy stops and that, because at any point you can you sort of you do a pullback. You need that pullback. My spreads are terrible today. Why are they like that? Is this the start of the 15? We get a bullish close on the 5s at the start of the 15 to flip, because there's still how many candles? Look, going into the last 5 minutes. The last 5 minutes of the 15 we're going into. So is the next 5 going to come up and create that top wick? Therefore that would be this 15 then flipping to the upside. Hopefully flipping and driving. We will see. The bigger... Is that closed now? We ideally want this 5 closing big bullish. Big bullish, okay? Ideally breaking this. But if not, you should still be okay, as long as you're not breaking the lows. Can this 5 break this little area here? Get up there, get up there. Get up there. There you go, lovely close, lovely close. Okay. Okay, so stand by. Where are we at? As soon as we flip, guys, I'll be going risk free. Can we create that top wick for this? $15 flip back up to the upside. Are we going to drive past it? It'd be nice if we just drive through, one big pop through, break the highs and just pops up. That's what we're after. Because what you've got to do, if you can go on the 15, try and find two 15s together with both no top wick. Try and find it, okay? It's pretty rare. So what does that mean then? That means one of them has to create a top wick. So if one of them has to create a top wick, and this one hasn't created a top wick, therefore, if you are to bet, is this going to create a top wick? You're probably going to bet that it's going to create a top wick, aren't you? At that point, we're risk-free. Yeah? Hoping it'll drive anyway, but if not, if they both don't create a top wick, it just means the new 15 should come up and create a top wick for them. One candle will come up to create a top wick for them. Okay? Now I say that's Forex, anything can happen, so don't hold it against me.
I was just about to say,
yeah.
I've just found one on the 10th of January.
Yeah. I'm not even going to go and look at it. But yeah.
It didn't come up until the next day.
Oh, don't start saying stuff like that, Dan. I'm not waiting a day, mate. No way. I'm not waiting a day.
It's going to flip now anyway.
Yeah. Go on, son. Get up there. Get up there. I will be going to risk-free as soon as we create a top wick for this, right? We've got 2 minutes left. Ooh, did we get that? No, not yet. Not yet. Can we get another push? Should we watch it on the 1 minute just for... Let's watch it on the 1 minute. Watch it on the 1 minute. As soon as we break this high, yeah, I'll be going risk-free. My spread's big today. Is anybody else's spread big?
$32 on TradingView. Where's the spread on MT?
It's on in the top left. You can see the difference. Oh, we've had a bottom wick now on this. Oh, that was a 1 minute, sorry. On the 5, can we push past? We need a 5 minute close above, really. If we get a 5 close above, fantastic. It should drive for the next 5. If we get a 5 close above, I might hold off on this moving stops to break even, because if you get a 5 close above, then you should be pushing to the next range at that point. That'll be the start. So we ideally want that 5 close above, and that'll be the drive, because if we don't get that 5 close above, that means the 15 is closing doji. Come on, 15, can you flip? Can you flip? Okay, have we flipped yet? We haven't even flipped yet. Come on, get up there, babe. And you get the tunes on. I keep saying it every session. I say it, get the tunes on. I mean, we're currently 3 seconds. Ooh, we don't like that 5. I mean, the previous 5 did close no top wick. So this 15 now. Okay, if the 15 comes up, guys, I will be going risk free, right? Because we might get stopped. So if it comes up first with no bottom wick, it means the 15 can then flip to the downside. Back into drawdown. Come on, get up. We've got a bottom wick on this 15 now. Are we going to flip? Let's see where this 15's closed and why is it closed like that. Okay, have we got something like this? Oh, is that us flipping? Okay, I'm risk free. Have we broke the highs yet? No, we haven't, sorry. Let's go back. This is pushing on MT4. Okay, guys, I am going risk. I can't even go risk free. It's popped down here. Pop down, I've missed that there. Probably would have been stopped out at that point anyway. We want one, because if you think about it, if price needs to come back down, you're gonna have to break these highs to come back down. Unless these were the breaks to come down. We will see. Because the 15s tested the highs, but didn't break the high. So, what does that mean? I need to see what this 15 is doing. Where did that 15 close? We have got this here. What's this? Now, the thing about this, we haven't tapped 2041. And the majority of the candles all tend to tap 2041 before doing anything. So, looking at this, it means we can actually come back to tap 2038 before the push up. So 2030, we're tapping 2038 now. So we can actually tap 2038 and still flip to the upside. Okay. So, what does that mean? You can even close down here on the 15. So what we'll do is, because this is a bit more of an aggressive move, remember guys, if the 15 closes below 2038 and we get a top wick, we'll move stops to the bottom of that 15, because if the 15 then flips to the downside, it's probably going to drive down at that point, right? So we'll just take a small loss. But I would imagine if the 15 does close in around this area, the new 15 should start making the way back up anyway. It's either this 15 or the next one's going to have to create a top wick, even if you want to drive down. What's the 30 doing at that point? Yeah, because the 30's got no top wick either. We're pushing well past 38 there, aren't we? Bloody hell. Hard's gone. Hard's gone. Now, if we've got a 30 close here, if the 30 closes below 2038, then I will be looking to manage risk. However, even if you get a 30 close below there, I would still think you're probably going to get a pullback. So it's up to yourselves what you want to do, really. Whether you want to look to close out on a pullback, or I'll probably move stops to the low, because if you start closing back into them ranges, and you push up first, I'll probably move stops to the low. Happy to take that small loss. It'd be like 0.10%, it'd be nothing. Because if we do come back, it means we can drive back through these ranges. If you look at these candles, yeah, we can start coming back down, because once you start heading back down that way, you're coming down to our stops at that point. So I wouldn't be really interested in the trade. I'd probably just wait out. But at the minute, still two candles with no top wicks. Look at the hour. Look at the hour. Because even if this hour closes doji, the new hour will probably come and test the high anyway. That would be the 30 closing below. If this hour closes bullish and breaks out, fantastic, we're still on. If the hour closes doji or bearish, that means this is confirmation that this hour close respecting, then I'll be looking to get out of the trade if he took that second entry. I'm not sure if people took that second entry, but if he did. We sort of need this hour to close bullish, really. Which we've got 8 minutes for the bullish close. Now, I mean, saying that, you can even close below there on the hour and still play out. Is this hour going to flip? Is this hour going to close bullish, guys? That's the question. Is it going to close bullish? Four hour is key, isn't it? 4 hour close is key. Where's this 4 going to close? Seven minutes. Because if this 4 hour closes back into the range, is the new 4 going to push up first, or is it going to pull back first? And we don't want to be on that pullback, really. We don't want to be on that pullback, because it means deeper drawdown. What's a 5's doing? 5's broke below. Did it break below? So we didn't even break the highs on the 5, did we? If you look at the 5s here, so this was a high. So why didn't we drive when we were down here? We came back up, we didn't break the high, so we didn't break this high. So now why are we bombing down? Are we bombing down because we need to get past this? So are we coming down to create some liquidity, break this low in order to come back up? Is that what we're doing? Do you know what? If it wasn't for spread there, I would have been out. That would have took me out there. As in, I would have been risk-free. Because it took us out so early with spread. What was this hour doing? Ooh, look at this hour. 5 minutes for an hour close, guys. So what we want to see, really, if the hour close is bearish, we're looking to get out. We need a top wick. Hopefully we look to get out at break even and then flip to the downside if you're in on this. But you're still going to have to break these highs if you want to come down.
Are you still in it, Pete?
I'm still in, me, yeah. Are you? Did you not enter the second entry?
Yeah.
Oh, you did, yeah.
I moved to break even.
Oh, so you got stopped out at break even?
Yeah.
Ah, right, yeah. Well, literally, I was about to move to break even, and price just literally, with a split second, flipped.
Stop back.
Yeah. So I'm currently still in.
Well, I've made a tidy £3.80 profit today, so that's
lovely jubbly. Lovely jubbly. That'll buy you a Costa. Nice Diego. Nice Diego Costa.
Possibly get another one and stretch to a nice croissant.
Yeah, the 4 hours going to be nice, I think. Yeah, PBI, we don't want to be in this for PBI, guys. Don't worry. This was an aggressive entry, so I need just to understand that. A bit more of aggressive entry. The trade, technically, you would have been out at risk-free. Sorry, you would have been out at break-even. So it is a break-even trade. It's just me. I didn't go to break-even quick enough. We flipped to the downside. But still, I do still think you're going to have to come up to tap 2041 before making the decision to come down anyway. This is probably just liquidity grab in order to push past these levels to make it up there. So we just gotta wait. A fresh candle should bring it back up, really. Because even if the 15 or the 30, you think if the 15 closes back in the range like this, right? Yeah, both candles haven't got a top wick. So price probably going to come up, create a top wick, and then flip if you're going to start coming back down. Now, I'm not saying it might not happen on the next 30, but at some point, price should come back to here to create that top wick. But at what point? We could move down and then one comes up and then comes or drives or whatever from there. So it's just how far into drawdown we're going to go, really. But my get out is the hour. So if the hour closes like this in 3 minutes, which is likely, I'm going to be looking to get out of the trade. Therefore, I want this hour to pull back, and I'll look to take a small loss. Because, yes, we should come back up and create a top wick, but is it going to happen with this new 30? Or is this new 30 just going to go up, tap previous support, and then flip? Because this is previous support. So my plan of action is if this 30 or the hour closes bearish like so, and the new hour pulls up, I'll be moving my stops to the low of that hour, because if the hour flips to the downside, it's probably going to drive. Okay, and we don't want to be stuck in drawdown for PPI later. So that's what I'll be doing, guys. But we'll see. We'll see. We've still got time here. The 30, I do think the 30 should come back up though. Because it's all on the 4 hour, remember. Remember, we sort of want the 4 hour to break above 2038. That's what we're after. A break above on the 4 hour 2038. But then is the new 4 hour. This is why I'm saying with the hour, if it pulls up first, stops are going to be below, because the new 4 hour is probably going to pull back. And that's going to take you deep into drawdown. And how long is it going to keep you in drawdown for? Is it going to keep you in drawdown until news comes, which we need to get out anyway. But that means we're deep in drawdown. It means if we have to close out before news, then you know you're going to be taking a bigger loss. So here's the hour close now, right? Hour close. If we get no bottom wick on this, that'll be nice. Come on, no bottom wick. If we get no bottom wick, we want to push down first and then flip. Believe it or not, you want more drawdown. When do you ask for more drawdown? Well, that's what we're after. 30 seconds for the closure. Okay, 30 close, which is the hour close. Can we create a bottom wick and flip back to the upside? We sort of want to push down first in a way, right? But if it does come up first, then I'll be moving stops to the low of this hour. Ooh, like that. Exactly like that. Come on, baby, get up there. Come on, baby, light my fire. Okay, guys, I've got stops below this hour now, right? My stops are below this hour, like that, because we need to see what the 4 hour's done. What has the 4 hour done? So the 4 hour's got no bottom wick. So if you think about it, plus the 4 hour hasn't broke out. So this 4 can flip to the downside at any point. And if it does flip, it's likely it's going to come down to 2036 levels, and that's deeper into drawdown. Okay, now if this 4 can keep driving like so, yeah, test the highs, we might even get out of break even. We will see. Come on, get up there. Get up there. But if you don't like it, guys, you can close out now. You know you've got a small loss if you want. I'm going to wait out, because I do think you're still going to have to create a top wick for these before driving down. But it's just whether it's going to do it on this 4 hour, with it being the new 4 hour candle. Come on, baby. You gotta talk to it, Dan, and sort of, you know. Come on, baby. Come on, get up there. Get up there, sweet cheeks. Sweet cheeks. Can we get a 5 close back into the range?
Yes.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. 2 minutes for a 5 close. I'm just so cautious with this 4 because this 4 could flip. Do you all understand why we've moved stops? Because if this 4 flips, it's going to flip and pull back to at least previous support, which is 2036. Right? So there's just no point being in it. That's what you got to understand. Okay? And if what you'll notice as well with the losses is losses are normal in Forex, but it's controlled losses. That's the key. Controlled losses. The losses we take are controlled. They're managed. Yeah. But you got to understand, it's impossible having a 100% win rate over a long period of time. You're going to take losses. It's part of the trading. For me, this here, yes, I'll put it down as a loss for the stream, but this is not really a sort of a loss. This is nothing for me. I mean, this would be literally 0.1%, if that. Tiny loss. Oh, look, are we going to flip? Is that the forward creating a top wick? Now it's going to flip to the downside. Come on. Come. Oh, we're going to get stopped here. What are you doing? We need a 5 close in, guys. If we can get a 5... Oof! Go on. Get up there. Get up there. If we can just break the highs. Break the highs. Oh, shit. Destroyed me pen. Is this enough liquidity now to push to 2041? Is this enough liquidity to push to 2041? This is a lovely 5 close. If we can just close above... Oh shit. We can just close above 2039. The new 5 should pop up. 6 seconds for the closure. 1 second done. Oh, it's not bad. It's not bad. Okay. Oh, no bottom wick. See if this 5 can pop up. If this 5 can pop up. If you want, guys, close out now or break even, really. If you want to. I'm holding out here. This could still flip to the downside, but I'm holding out. Because if you think about it, one of these needs a top wick. And look at higher time frame price, you tend to tap 2041. So are we going to come and tap that? Are we going to create a top wick for this? And are we going to tap 2041 before the forward flips? That's what we're saying. And it's whether you're willing to risk this loss here in order to get that. I am, personally. But if you're not, then you should be closing out here. Because that 5 minute close respecting. It's only a minor range, mind. But take close respecting. Excuse me. Can the 4 keep pushing? Can the 4 create a steeper top wick? Because if you think about with the 4s, well, if the 4 is going to come and test this wick, it's likely it's going to create a steeper top wick. Well, actually, no, it might not. It might not because you've got no bottom wick on this 4. So it just means you might come and test it. So it's hit and miss here, whether it's going to break past it or whether it's going to just come and test it. And if it does test it, It should be reaching sort of our break-even area, really, if it is just going to test it and reject. So I just don't like no bottom wicks on everything. Don't like that. Can this 5 flip to the upside? What we don't want is this 5 breaking back below 2038. Okay, that's what we don't want, or even that. We don't want to break them back below that. Now, you haven't had much of a top wick on these 5s either, really, have you? These haven't had much of a top wick. So is this 5 going to flip? So the 4, guys, if we forget this trade, forget about this trade, the 4 got no bottom wick, and we didn't close above support, so we've closed respecting. So does that mean we're coming back down then? So that's a fair sign of price wanting to come back down, really. The hour closed bearish, back into the range. Therefore, is this hour going to flip to the downside? And if that's the case, can we not just take a wing back buy from 2041? Because that's what I would be looking at. If you think about it. 2041. Where does price go when you get a close back in here? What does price do? Well, price tends to tap 2041. Could we not take that wing back buy from 2041? Back down. Sort of pops past 2041, doesn't it? Where's it going to go next? That's the thing. Because we had an hour close back in 2041. Is a quite significant zone where you can reject from. But I'd probably have to watch on a lower time frame, really. What time are we on now? 10 past 10. Probably wouldn't look for another trade, to be honest with you. Just because of PBI. We'll see. We'll see. If this trade plays out, we won't be taking a wing back until after news, really. Yeah. Can we power up? No bottom wick, which is, I don't like. Scary. Scary. What we like on the 5. Oh, new 5. New 5. Oh, no top wick. No top wick, however. Where did we close? We are still above. Is this... We've got another... We've got a 15-minute close in 5 minutes. Can this 15 close back above? That is the key. This 15 close back above us, that would be fantastic. But currently, guys, the 5s are showing it's closing back into the range. So are we going to break the highs? And if we're going to break the highs, are we going to break and drive? Let's have a look what the 5 does above here. Let's put this purple. So when we get a 5 break above, because if we get a 5 break above, can we hold it to 2040? Sorry, to 2041, right? Or does it come up, tap, and then reject? Let's have a look. So this is what we don't like. This here. Look. So that's coming down. So we're looking for the ones what come up. So look, 5 close above, but it already taps it. 5 close above, doesn't. Okay, 5 close above, fake out, back in. Not very good. 5 close respecting, bombs through the floor. 5 close above, through, but that's coming from the downside. 5's through. When you come from the bottom, you do tend to just pop up to 2041. Is it going to happen on the next 15-minute candle? Potentially. 5 above, you don't actually make a deal. You come and tap. The 5s do tend to just fly through, really. So we sort of, it doesn't really break above it and then come through. It just shoots through. So at any moment, really, it could just pop through. And if it's going to pop through, if this 5 closes like this, that means the 15's closed bullish. And if the 15 can close above 2039, let me just make sure that is a 50. Yeah, if the 15 can close above 2039, that means you're breaking back above the range. Therefore, the new 15 should be the one what pops up. Taps these levels up here. I'll probably be closing out full at around about 2040 levels though, guys, because you can reject from there and just pop back down, because the 4's got no bottom wick and the hour's got no bottom wick, remember. Come on 15, get above there. We need that 5 to flip back to the upside if possible. The 5 did break out. The new 15, if this candle is going to shift to the down or to the up, the new 15 is going to be the one. I will be going risk free again pretty aggressively. So as soon as you break this high, I will be going to risk free. So there's a chance you might get stopped. But it's just because, normally I would let it rock, but it's just because the 4 and the 1 hour's not got bottom wicks. That's all. Wait, maybe I was going to open the curtains. Great dull day today. Very grey and dull. Can the 5 flip to the upside? Come on, 5. And this just means what might happen here, if the 15 closes like this, it means the new 15 now can come and break the lows and then flip up, which might stop us out. But I'm not moving my stops because that's the 4. If the 4 flips, it's got more chance it'll flip and drive to the downside. So I won't be moving my stops, guys. I'm happy to take that loss all day long because it's tiny. Okay, new 15 now. Can the 15 give us a bottom wick? We just want a bottom wick, maybe tapping previous support, which is 2038, and then we flip to the upside. So we want a bit more drawdown. Good morning, Matt. How are you doing, mate? Should be taking into account the events that happened overnight. God, I don't, mate. I don't, because all I do is the thing with trade. I don't look into news as much, right? I'm not one of these people who analyzes the news. I probably will do in the future, but the way I trade is I just act upon what I see. So it doesn't matter. I act upon what I see. If price is broke into a certain zone and my setup appears, then I'll take the setup, no matter what news does. So not really, mate. But what I will do, take into account, is if there's high impact news or medium impact news, then I will be sort of either out the market or looking to manage open trades. If news happens. And I think that's where traders go wrong, really. Once they've got the experience of charts, then yeah, because a lot of people think what price is going to do or hope what price is going to do, instead of just what is price doing and what is it showing you it's going to do next. That's the thing. The way I traders, I know that if I get a close below this range, technically price should start coming to fill the range. That's just how price moves in between zones. So I just act upon it. That's all I do. Can we create a top wick? Come on. So the 15's tapped exactly where we wanted it to tap at 20.38. Can it now flip to the upside? That's what we're after. So it's done its pullback. If it starts breaking them lows below, it's probably going to come down and break the lows and probably stop us out. Okay. But remember, this trade, yeah, was a break-even trade, as in here. Okay, I just didn't get out quick enough. But also, this loss as well is like a 0.10% loss because we've moved stops closer. Stops were down here, weren't they? So it shouldn't affect you whatsoever. So this is what we would call a control loss. And when you take losses, if there can be control losses, then fantastic. Because I get asked all the time, mate, your RR is fat. Because I technically trade negative RR, technically, and people can't get their head around it. But it's because if I wasn't streaming, it's rare I place my stop loss really. Right, I just have a stop loss for a proper fail safe. But it's rare that my stop loss get hit, as in the original stop loss. Because what I do is I just close out, because I know how price works. If my stops are down here, below here, and price breaks below here, and I know every time price breaks below here, you push through, you're going to hit your stop anyway, because I know how price works. So I'll just close out, yeah, for a control loss. And that's all it is. And again, this is a control loss. We've moved stops to here because we know if the 4-hour flips to the downside, it's likely it's going to come down to 20.35. Where were our stops originally? 20.35. Our stops were 20.32. But then what if we close below there? The issue we've got, by the time we make it round here, PPI, news is coming. Do I want to be stuck in 50% drawdown when news is about to come? I've got to make the decision whether to close out or not. So I have to make the decision here, now, preempting the sort of news. Can this 15 flip? Look what this 15's done, exactly what we wanted to do. But can it just come and break the highs now? We've got a 30 close soon as well. So again, if this 15 does it, this 30 should do it. I'm trading gold, mate. Gold. Can you not see the watermark? If you can't see the watermark, just look on the description on YouTube and you'll see that it's got gold in brackets. It's the only pair I trade. Come on, 15. Can we drive? Can we drive, Dan?
Yes.
Yes, we can. Can we drive? I need a cup of tea. I think I'm due my brew now. That 5's closed, nice. Close back in. Oh, we close respecting this minor. Can this 5 push back up, break the highs? Okay, I mean, oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. Again, if you're in this trade, guys, and you don't like it, you're likely going to tap break even, okay? But think about it. Are you just going to tap break and reject? Probably not. You're probably going to come and fill the range at 2040, as in tap to 2040. Why? Because higher time frame, 30 minutes got no top wicks, so you're probably going to create top wicks for these. Okay. Now, if we can get a 30 close above, fantastic. We should be coming at 2040. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Because at any point, remember, guys, this is a... When I say this is a more of an aggressive trade, at any point, this 4-hour can flip. Remember that. Can flip at any point. And it'll flip pretty aggressively, really. That's why I'm going risk-free. As soon as we break these highs, I'm going risk-free. Okay, we're back into profit now. We're back into profits. Let's see how this 5 closes. So you can go risk free now if you want. Yeah, I just want to see how this 5 closes. I'll decide what I'm doing. Come on, can we power through? Can we power through? If we can get a 5 close above, we should be pushing to 2040. I'm still in this, guys. Still in this. I'm actually going to wait for this 5 to close. See if we can close above. If we close respecting, I'll just close out full. But if we close above, fantastic. Now bear in mind this could pull back because he's still technically in this range, right? So, but I'm willing to sort of risk that really. Can we break above? Can we just bomb it straight through this range? Price does show that I can bomb it straight up with one 5-minute candle. My spreads are terrible today. I don't know what's going on. Two minutes for a closure. So it's created that top wick now, right? So if price does want to drop back down, look, it can start dropping now. Okay. But I'm happy to wait for a 5 close. But guys, you've had chances to get out of the trade if you want to get out. Nice 5 close above and then next candle gone. Because if we get a 5 close above, I will go to break even. Goodbye, my lover. Still need to make a playlist, don't I? 1 minute for a 5 close. Come on, can we break above? What's a 1 minute's like? Ooh, 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 look. Ooh. 1 minute didn't break above there, did they? 1 minute didn't break above. Down, goal is up on the 1. Can we break the highs one more time? 5 close. So the 5's close back above. 8 seconds. We need to close above this minor support here. Nice. Nice 5 that guy. Nice 5 close. Okay, if we break the highs again, I'm going risk free. Okay. What's this 15 like? Can this 15 close above? It'd be nice if we get a 15 close above there. Because remember, this 15 can pull back at any point to break even. But if this 5 breaks the highs one more time, I'm definitely going risk free. Because if it flips back down, it's probably going to come back down to break the lows. I know that drive past. But to be honest, he's all should have been stopped at break even anyway now, because he's all should have went to break even there. The 3 minute broke out like. Ooh. How is this 3 gonna close? Can Can we break the highs again? Nice 3-minute close. Lovely 3-minute close. Lovely 3-minute close there. Can this 5 push and break the highs? If this 5 now breaks the highs again, it should pop, you see. That's why I'm happy to go risk free again on that. What we like here. It's not really that area, is it? 15, see, you might as well wait for the 15. If the 15 breaks above, fantastic. The new 15, yes, you might get a pull back down and then flip to the upside, but this is also the 30 then breaking above. 2 minutes left for a 30. So if this 15 or 30 doesn't break above, I'll just be closing out full. Okay. I mean, I'm up $20 at the minute. It's like nothing. But let's see how this 15 does. 2 minutes, guys, for a 15-minute close. Come on, can we get this break above? Can we get this break above? Because remember, high time frames, you come and tap 2041, 2040 at least. Ooh, nice, nice, nice. I'm gonna wait for this 15 close. Come on. Because if this 5 pops past the previous wick, it should just pop up. So if this 5 pushes past this wick, it should pop up. To be honest, it might not pop up. Oof, there you go. Oof. There you go. Right, I'm going risk free now. Definitely risk free on this. My God, spreads are terrible. What is going on with these? My spreads are so bad. I might get stopped here, you know. Okay, can we keep driving? Can we keep driving? It's a new 15-minute candle, so. 35. What's 15 doing? We just need a 15 close above, but you might get stopped on a pullback. Now, I don't know whether it'll pull back that much really. If anything, it'll probably tap 2040, but then drive. So we will see. But everyone should be risk free now, guys. Definitely. Come on, 8 seconds. 15-minute close above. Nice, nice. Can we pop? If we survive bottom. Survive this bottom wick. Come on, can we flip? Come. Ooh. I am. Where am I? Oh, I'm out here, guys. I'm out. I'm out at break even. Okay, but I mean, technically you've had another 15-minute break to the high, so you technically could get a buy stop into them, but I'm not doing it because it's just getting later on now. Look, but this should be flipping to tap 2040. Look. Oh, look at this thing. It's going to go now. It's going to go. But is it going to flip? Let's see if this flips here. Because you've got to understand as well, right? Remember, the 4 hour hasn't got a bottom wick. Very, very key. So, and the hour hasn't got a bottom wick. And this, for me, wasn't enough liquidity to drive. And that's why we're struggling. And we're not fully just driving. So, you just got to be careful. Bit of a risky day today. As in, quite difficult. But break even trade, unfortunately, guys. If you did take some partial. Fantastic. I mean, you could have took some partial. You didn't peak that much. What did we peak? What did we peak? 8 pips you peaked. 8 pips. So you could have got something, but with the value of the stops as well, it probably wouldn't have been much for you really. The take partial really was the 2040, which you should be getting up there, but the reason we were more aggressive with this, normally, I mean, who's seen me move stops like this before? It's very, very rare. Very rare. And the only reason we've done it is because I know the 4 can flip at any point, and that's the only reason we were more aggressive. That's it. Normally stops would just be back down here and we'd just let this rock up to 2040, which look what it's doing now. Yeah, so it's probably going to drive through now, but no 4 more, it's done. 8 pips peaked. Break even trade. Break even. But remember, break even, you've still gained from today, haven't you? Because I guarantee you all would have learned at least one thing from this session. At least one. So you've all gained there. Even when you take losses, you know, you actually learn more from your losses than you do your wins. So if you want to get better, you sort of, I'm not saying take loads of losses, but study your losses. People don't like to study the losses. It's a bad feeling. But yeah, let's see. I want to see if this flips. I'll wait until see if this can flip to drive. It's a new 30-minute candle now, so the 30s actually broke out. 30s pulled back. I'm so. If we had a bottom wick on the 4-hour, what would I be doing now? What would I have a set up on now? Even another entry. I'd have a buy stop above here on the 30, or I'd be looking at a wing back buy from 2039. But that's only if the 4-hour had a bottom wick. That's when there's no bottom wick. You know that price is probably going to come and create a bottom. It doesn't have to, but that's what tends to happen. Bottom wick. So and that's the reason why I haven't got buy stops on. What time did we take that trade? Okay, what were you like in the chat? Have we got any questions, guys? Drop them in the chat if you got any. What pair trade gold? I do, mate. I use which one? Red X Markets I use. They're pretty good. You know why I like them? Simplicity. The system's all simple. I like simple stuff. Simplicity is key. Oh, look at this 15 driving now, Dan. Dan, someone like you will be in this, won't you? Are you in this, Dan? Be honest.
No, I'm not.
Oh,
I'm not.
right. I know what you're like.
If I hadn't have had a successful day yesterday,
Yeah.
I would have probably been in it.
We've brought the highs again there. Bloody hell. Yeah.
I'm just looking there, so
Do you know what? I'm going
I
to flip.
started a new account on the 1st of January,
Yeah.
and I've had 24 trades, 18 wins and 6 losses,
And you win 6 losses. Right, that's good.
and the account is up 2,600 quid, so
Really.
that is absolutely spot on.
Well done.
I'm
mate.
coming along leaps and bounds.
That's class, that, mate.
So,
So look, I'll flick the Dean on here, right? I can't have it on for too long. But look at these here. Sell signals. Look at these 15. 15 plays out lovely on the 15. Look at these. Green. Push. Push. Down. Push. Fantastic.
Diggy is a witch.
She is a witch, mate. Honestly, it's really good. That's one of
Very,
the.
very good one.
Yeah, so just sometimes it does help. Try not to use it. I mainly use the Dean on other pairs, really. Oh, look at the push, guys. Look. What did I say? 2040. Oh, well. Oh, well. I'm sure we'll catch something in New York after news. Right, guys. Any other questions? Drop them in the chat. Other than that, I'm gonna love yous and leave yous. I'll be back on all next week again. I think from Monday. So I hope you've grabbed some value from that. If you're watching on YouTube, drop us a like, subscribe to the channel so it'll notify you when we come on. We trade most weekdays from 8 AM UK time. If you can jump into our free Discord and the link tree at the bottom, loads of information about our company from there as well. So other than that, guys, I literally just hit our tape price move to break even. Typical. Other than that, guys, I will love yous and leave yous. Have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see yous all on Monday.
You do, Pete.
All right. See you later, guys. Bye.
See you later.